It's another One More and I'm Out of Here podcast coming to you from the One More and I'm Out of Here studio. Jason Kiefer was...
you finally did a good one. It
Kiefer,
took you a couple weeks to get that figured out and dialed in, but you nailed it that time. That was a good one.
Kiefer was away this weekend, and we've... Pappas, I don't think you've seen this, but
I was away too.
We've obtained
okay.
exclusive video
of
Kiefer where he was hanging out with his buddies up in your favorite neck of the woods, Michigan. Yes. And so, in case you're wondering what goes on in Michigan, let's take a look. Here's the video of Kiefer having a fun time with his friends.
And this is where Dan, the comedian, comes in. But it's amazing.
What was the DJ's name here?
Cowboy Night.
It's amazing.
It's a theme party.
Is it?
Yeah, they were having some fun party. Yeah.
And you know what? We had a fantastic time. It was amazing because I was in Michigan, so I had to talk like this. We had an amazing time, and look at the hat. Look at the hat. Look at the makeup.
There was barely any room for the luggage in the van they drove up there.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, that's a lot of hat boxes. It's a lot of hat boxes you got to carry.
Shoes and trunk. Under things. I mean, that's.
I know when Dan saw that. He was like, "Oh my God, I figured it out. I figured out the key to comedy right now."
I didn't get invited.
It was amazing.
So
it was amazing. The dancing was fantastic.
So you had a nice time in Detroit?
Yeah, we had a great time.
You didn't go to the restaurant I told you to go to.
You're right.
But that's okay.
You're right. I wish you'd speak into that mic a little bit.
I'm speaking in the mic and people know what I'm saying.
No, you weren't.
I'm glad you had fun. I was in Italy and was watching the Olympics.
You were not.
I was in Italy.
In Italy.
Yes, I was.
In his living room.
No, I was in Milan.
I would like to see some proof of that.
I would as well.
Did you take some photos?
I didn't take any photos.
No, okay.
Just like to say this.
I went to Italy, but I took zero photos.
No photos, yeah. This is a guy who takes pictures of shit that comes out of his oven. And he goes to Italy.
I gotta put on some of the bling I brought back from There we go. There we are.
What, did they have a snow machine event?
No, they had a gold medal for getting out of bed. You hear that sound?
That's my shoulders, if you don't mind. That's my hockey. I don't know if you realize gold medal when you see it. But
one of these days you will.
Feast your eyes on that, boys. Things you don't have.
Looks very authentic. Your cup is in the way. Get your cup out of the way. There you go.
You know what? You are a man amongst men. That is for sure.
The best.
Oh, my God. I love the text. Sorry, I was in Italy. I might be back for the podcast.
I might be back for the podcast.
I might make it.
I noticed that the other day during our group text, Kiefer said, "Where are you?" And you said Milan.
I know. And I spelled it correctly, which was a treat. Stop looking at my bling.
I'm looking at the ribbon. I'm looking at the sponsor on your ribbon.
Who wants to wear the ribbon?
I didn't know.
It's the closest thing I could get. Shut up.
I was actually waiting for it to spell it like the Disney movie.
You know how hard it is to find ribbon when you're looking for it around the house? I was digging this thing out.
For all the Christmas presents that you wrap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys are jealous.
Which are zero.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
Congratulations.
You're welcome.
Hey, you know what?
Effort. I trained a long time.
You know what?
High five.
I appreciate you and what you did for our country.
I do too. And
when do you get to go to the White House? When's your invite to the White House?
Well, you know,
he should be there now.
I should be there today. As a matter of fact, I'm sad that I'm not there because the show takes precedence.
Do you see the? Well, we'll get to the hockey shit later.
Yeah. But I just wanted to put the medal on to prepare.
Yes, absolutely. And you should wear that.
It does look pretty good.
And you wear it proudly.
That's fantastic.
So let's get your fellas' thoughts on the fucking chaos that's happening in fucking Mexico. And I have a buddy of mine that has an apartment in Cabo.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not happy.
I have yet to talk to him to get a boots on the ground report, because he's back and forth, he's here and there, and he travels all over the place. But when I saw that, I got home Sunday and all that shit started happening, and I was like, holy shit. Jill and I were in Cancun in September.
Yep.
So it makes you obviously rethink. But dude, it was fucking bad.
Well, in
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. Say it like AOC. Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
I mean, is the whole country locked down?
No. But they don't. I mean, from what I've seen, is primarily over there on the West Coast, but they are taking a lot of precautions everywhere. I wonder, are the cruise ships going to continue to dock in Cozumel? I'm on a Cozumel chat room, and they were talking about how they're even locking down Cozumel. So things are bad, because I mean, this is did you get the clip of the or the comment? I guess you didn't, because I didn't send it, of what the governor of the president of Mexico said.
No, I figured we could talk about it though, because I mean, I saw it.
She's like, well, we can't just declare war on them, even though they declared war on the government and they're attacking people indiscriminately. She's like, wants to arrest them and then try them in court. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, good luck.
And that's why this is a story, because Trump got all kinds of shit for going into Venezuela and taking one of the big narcos, in South America. Hey, guess what?
Arresting him.
We're gonna make a stance here. We're not allowing this shit to happen anymore.
Right.
She's taking the other stance of a Democrat going, oh, well, we might be able to arrest them, but we might be able to, after all these National Guardsmen in Mexico get killed.
Yeah. 25
young men.
She's like, we'll just arrest them.
Yeah.
Did you hear how they caught the guy, or how they targeted the guy?
Ooh, I do have that one.
What, El Mencho?
I don't know his name. I just saw who he was
was
with.
The main guy.
Did you see that, Jason?
Yeah, I got it.
Show that. I mean,
let me pull that one.
I got to give the guy props.
Fucking
what, El Mencho?
Yeah, he didn't die lonely. I'll just put it that way. He went out on his own terms.
I gotta get this one up.
Because
I pulled just a generic of like, hey, this shit's happening, and then I pulled this one.
Was
I'm not pronouncing his actual real name the whole time, but El Mencho tracked a secret rendezvous with romantic partner before the deadly raid. So
she's from OnlyFans, or in Mexico, it's pronounced OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Mexico's most wanted fentanyl kingpin, El Mencho, was captured and killed Sunday after authorities tracked his romantic partner to a secret rendezvous location over the weekend.
Yeah.
So he had...
Doesn't sound like it was that much of a secret.
And I'm going to paraphrase some of his like confidants, his colleagues or whatever. There was already intel and following them, and they just kind of tracked him, and they were going to have an overnight rendezvous, as it said.
Well, they didn't. Yeah.
So the overnight rendezvous, I think, happened. It was because that was Saturday, and then he got busted on Sunday.
Did his partner depart this life with him?
I don't know if she died or not.
The way I read this article,
but it would be it was a she. Okay. If you saw a picture of it, she's a she.
Okay. All right.
I don't have a picture of her.
There you need to find it, because it's.
Let me find her name.
It's Solo Fanzo.
But the way I read it, it was after the fact. She departed where their little rendezvous was, and then that's when the raid started. He took off with a couple of his security people that had high-powered rifles and as they put it, illegal firearms. They took off into the woods, ended up getting popped, and then they were trying to airlift him out. They airlifted him, and he died, and his people died with him.
Was it the El Rancho Rankin? Where they had their rendezvous.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you think we'll know?
He died of bed bugs there.
Do you think that we will know if it was really the Mexicans or if it was?
I have my thoughts.
like, or if you think that it might have been the United States and the Mexicans can't say that it was the United States.
I have my thoughts.
I'm wondering because I'm wondering why they.
I
did
know
that.
we have. Well, I know we have people there on the ground.
I thought I read that U.S. intelligence was involved in this operation.
They were.
Did I read that?
They were
somewhere?
facilitating.
Yeah,
but they were not active.
Here she is.
Is the article that I read?
All right.
So
Looks
they're
very young.
Oh,
they did
screenshot that and email it to me.
They did not kill her. Thank God.
Yeah, that's the way I read it. Is she had kind of walked away after probably getting banged 18 ways to Sunday.
You probably wouldn't get
literally 2 Sunday.
Probably wouldn't get a refund on your credit card for just when you just signed up for a site, right?
Yeah, I wonder if she
only.
Yeah. Do you?
Damn it! No refund.
Is that billed monthly, weekly, yearly?
I have no idea.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what these are.
Anyway, it's a shame. I mean, I here's the
no,
deal.
It's not a shame. Fuck him.
Oh no. It's a shame.
What's a shame is like these pictures of what his people are doing.
Yeah, they're going ham, man.
It's a shame what's happening in Mexico.
And I got a couple videos.
Because I was just about to buy a timeshare there, and you
can get it cheap now.
Really cheap.
Just you got to refurb it a little bit.
Really cheap. Some little smoke damage. It's my problem is this. Everyone's like, I'm not going to Mexico. I'm not going to Mexico. Okay, great. Which is fine. I mean, that's the prudent thing to do, right? Because it's not safe. But, then what happens? The Mexican economy, which is really dependent upon tourism, goes into the toilet, and it's going to spawn, even more uncertainty. We need a stable Mexico, and we need a thriving Mexico. And I'm not saying not do this, but what I'm saying is it's going to be terrible for a while. And, uncertainty at our southern border is not good, and there are huge. I just love Mexico. I love the Mexican people. It's sad that this is going to happen, and I hope it works out quickly.
Well, how much of the Mexican economy is dependent on
tourism?
Not tourism, but drugs.
That's true. It's probably
either growing drugs, processing drugs, moving drugs.
They've been described as a narco state because they don't crack down on the drugs. And the
what's this president's name? Lederman, whatever the hell her name is.
Scheinbaum. That's it.
Scheinbaum.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, I was like, how does Mexico have a Jewish president? It's weird. Is she an accountant or an attorney?
Impress you as someone who wants to get serious about?
I don't know.
Cracking down on the drug trade.
Not after. Well, that's why I said, did we kill him? Did they kill him? If they killed him, then they sound like they're getting serious. But then she says she just wants to arrest the people that are causing the violence and shooting people, and after 25 guardsmen get killed. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I honestly feel that we definitely had a piece in that. Maybe. I just don't know what that piece is.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
well, I'm speculating just from a douchebag fireman that lives in Cincinnati, but they're not. I don't trust that government to be able to get themselves out of a wet paper sack.
I just love the country. It's a great place to go. It's a great place. You were there.
Yeah, Joe and I had
a great time.
Joe and I had a blast. It was perfect. There was no issues. We had no threats. We didn't feel threatened.
Mexican people are great people. It's a beautiful country. I feel terrible. Oh, well.
But there's going to be another drug kingpin step up to fill the void left by
El Mencho,
the passing of El Mencho,
formerly known as El Mencho.
But I'm gonna play a couple of these videos of just the shit storm
that's going on. Can you imagine you're down there?
Holy
you're
fuck.
Down there. I mean, Jason's down there on his honeymoon, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, what's that smoke?"
Yeah,
what's that smoke in this?
Oh, look, it's a beach party.
There's still a bunch of people who were vacationing or tourists.
Yeah,
down
I got one interview.
That got the hell out of there.
I got one interview with a guy on here. Yeah, that looks old. Look at that. I mean, they did not fuck around. Like there was a Costco, and I don't think I had.
Yeah, they burned the Costco.
That Costco, there were probably 30 or 40 cars in that fucking Costco parking lot that were burnt out.
I saw a video that a guy shot from his balcony, and it shows two guys on a motorcycle pull up, pour gasoline on the front of a building, light it on fire, and they leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, it's just not good because, like I said, Mexico. I don't know. We need a strong Mexico. We need a stable Mexico, and this is not going to help the situation. And one more thing on Trump's plate right now with everything going on in the Middle East. We've got our whole fleet over there in the Middle East. Apparently, a submarine hit a ship.
And just so it can't be said that we're not fair. This comes from CNN, by the way. Let me share this. But this is the interview. I want to make sure you guys can hear it too. Not too loud.
Always told people to come down and check it out because you always feel safe here. We've never ever not felt safe. And today was the first day as we left the hotel to go have breakfast and saw all the craziness going on and the violence and the smoke that we were actually terrified. And we saw the people running down the streets, running from the flames and stuff and the fire. And we ran back to the hotel, and then that's when they got the shelter in order place, and we've been here all day. And we're staying at Hotel Eloise, and there's no restaurant or bar or anything here. So we've all been here without anything all day, and the staff has been great, running and grabbing stuff and bringing us some snacks and some water and stuff. But it's been pretty scary, as you can see from the videos and pictures I shared, that blocks away is where all of it's happening, and all the OXXOs, they burnt down all of the little OXXOs. So there's been little fires and stuff all over the city around us where it's normally fun and nice and people walking around and all the little local restaurants and all the locals being locked up and hidden with us too. And there's a few homeless people that were brought into this hotel they allowed in so that they had some place to go too. So it's been quite surreal knowing this warm, wonderful place that we come to visit a couple times a year is in lockdown and just terrifying for all.
So the funny part out of this is, it's weird that we're on lockdown. Now I am painting with a very broad brush, but I'm pretty sure I know how that guy voted for what.
Yeah.
But it's just so unfortunate we're on lockdown. But it is completely unfortunate because we said before we started, there's a ton of Americans down there, and they did not plan to have to shelter in place at a place that shuts everything down, where you don't have any money. You don't have any money that's going to work anywhere because that bodega is closed, that's closed, and the resorts have not. They didn't plan for it, so they're really scarce on food and water, which that would be scary as fuck anyway.
You don't want to be drinking the water out of the tap.
Well, and that's a fact.
Because then you'll get even more inconvenience.
Well, then you'd be like one of those homeless.
The New York Post says if you've got plans to spring break in Mexico, it just got a lot more dangerous
and cheaper.
And they say the World Cup.
Thank God they said it.
The World Cup could be derailed by that.
Oh no, not the World Cup.
That's what it says.
Not the World Cup.
That's what it says.
Are you kidding?
I guess they had big plans for Mexico this year.
Well, it's a huge soccer.
The NFL is supposed to play some football in Mexico.
Oh yeah, what happened? What about our pronounced NFL in Spanish? What is that going to do? Listen, like I said, it's
changing everything.
It's whatever. It just shows how quick the world can really, just flip. You know what I mean? It's just how quickly things just change. You take for granted, and then things flip in a second, and the world just turns upside down. So let's hope they get a hold of it. Let's hope that maybe they let's hope they it works itself out. I don't see how it does with the president of Mexico having kind of a weak response to a lot of people getting killed.
Completely weak.
Yeah, I thought it was weak.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah, I mean,
but like you said, who's to say she's not pretty well compromised, right?
We'll try to catch them.
So I wonder, are we going to see a lot of spring break pictures down in Mexico this year?
Probably not this year.
Probably not this year. So imagine you got,
it'll be a bunch of N95 masks getting through the smoke.
I guess they don't.
It's not the Wuhan, as Dan would say.
For the guy at the hotel, I guess they don't have Uber Eats in Mexico, or it was probably suspended. Hi, I'd like to order some food, please.
I mean, they said everything fucking shut down. Now, I did see one video, and I don't have it, but one guy was walking through Cancun's airport this morning, and it was 8 a.m. their time while I was setting the show up. And he was like, it kind of looks like business as usual. He's like, I'm not here enough, but he was like, everybody's moving. Planes are taking off. So Cancun, up that
on the left
that
side,
eastern side.
Yeah, on the Caribbean side.
Yeah,
Seems to be okay.
Seem to be moving around, but again, Puerto Vallarta, I don't know. I don't have a good boots on the ground for that.
Well, like I said, we hope things work out. If you're going to Mexico, be safe.
Yeah.
We might send Dan down to Mexico to be our man on the ground.
I'm good.
I'm good. Well, you're the reporter.
You're the reporter.
You are the trained.
I've been to Mexico.
You are, as you say, you are the talent,
you're the talent
and trained.
You're the professional.
Okay. We've heard that many times.
You fit in really well down there.
All right.
You don't stick out like a sore thumb. You speak Spanish really well.
Really well.
Obviously not as good as you.
No shit.
mucho grande.
Why don't you put some zinc oxide on your nose and go down to Mexico? You won't stick out.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Hola. Me llamo Dano.
I'll need my expenses up front.
Well, we'll get all our sponsors to pull together and get everything together for you.
There you go.
Do you want to?
That's what I want to do. I want to go walk around Mexico with a giant bag of cash.
I can't go because I have a target on my chest. It's called a medal.
It's called a medal.
Don't
No, that's
look
if
at
you
it.
go to Canada.
Don't look at it. You look away. You can't. No.
I'm casting my eyes upon it.
Are you
guys
going
elsewhere.
somewhere else before we go here? Like, because you always have something pulled up, so I never know which way you're going.
No, I was just perusing this story about because I didn't see the comments of Nicki Minaj talking about Gavin Newsom. I mean, what a piece of crap he is. Did you see what Gavin Newsom did?
So
No.
yes, the answer is yes.
No,
You
yeah.
are going another direction.
No.
The
No,
answer is
I was just looking at it. I mean, that
did
didn't have to be the next thing we talk about.
And I don't know if we're going to talk about it or not, but I did see it. Let me ask you this: before this whole thing happened with Gavin Newsom, did you know he was dyslexic? I never was told it. I've never known that it was.
I've never
dyslexic.
seen anything documented, but that fucking
No, apparently, there's some reference to his difficulty reading or learning in his book.
Oh, I didn't
But this
read
is
his
all
book.
this is all part of his book tour.
Well, he said he can't read a speech.
Yeah, but what he said was he was talking to a largely black audience and a black host, and he said, "I'm like you, I can't read either."
That's just. I mean, I'm sorry.
That's-
There's no real way to spin that. I know they're trying.
Yeah.
But I heard somebody on a national show. Oh, it was Bill O'Reilly's like that. Really wasn't racist. I'm like, if it was anyone else, it'd be really racist. So I don't know what
Yeah.
Bill O'Reilly's deal is, and he was defending him, but it sounds pretty racist to me. Could you imagine if I don't know a Senor Dono Trumpo had said something like that?
I'm going to tell you, if he would have said it, it would have
It'd
been
be
racist.
nuts.
Anybody else could have said it, though.
Right, but a Democrat, once again, listen, once again,
I'm
a
a
Democrat gets a pass because they're Democrats.
I'm a 960 SAT now, and then he turns to the audience. Well, I mean, I'm not saying anything if you're a 940. I mean, I'm not talking down to you. I'm just saying I'm a 960
Yes, he
SAT guy.
He's talking down to everyone. And then
But
here's
he's
what
trying to make it. He's trying to bring levity
No,
into
well, yeah,
how he's calling himself stupid, but he doesn't do it that way.
But everyone knows he's not. He didn't grow up in the mean streets of
He
Bakersfield.
didn't. That's right.
He-
And you
the
know
mean
what?
streets.
And he hasn't lived a lifestyle like that. The guy was at the French Laundry while everyone else was locked down in their house. He was in the French Laundry. He's got an expense account. Look at him.
That
The guy's about
motherfucker.
as slick as whale spit.
That motherfucker didn't grow up in the fucking velvet ghetto of Montgomery,
Nancy
Ohio.
Pelosi's-
He has no fucking
no
clue what
idea.
we went through.
He
Absolutely.
down with the struggle.
Well, he was on that one podcast a year or so ago, and he was talking with a couple of dudes on the podcast. It's like, oh yeah, I remember those days with making a mac and cheese on a hot plate.
Oh,
right?
yeah, right.
You think
It completely changes vernacular when he said it.
Right. I was making a hot plate because our servant was on break or whatever the case might have been. That guy's a fraud.
here's
Hey,
what
real
Nicki
quick,
Minaj had to say.
Real quick. We got. I see two new Facebook listeners that I haven't seen yet. Carl Roberts and Barry Richardson. Thank you for
Welcome to the show.
Hey,
thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for your
service.
Appreciate you.
patronage.
Appreciate you guys.
Nicki Minaj
Probably-
posted this.
probably-
We appreciate all our normals.
Probably
But we
'cause
got
they
new
follow
ones.
me.
She said his way of bonding with black people is to tell me how stupid he is and that he can't read. This means my first read on him was correct. He's been handed so many things and put in a high position that he never earned or deserved.
Nope.
She also said that he slowed down his delivery and used what she described as sporadic cadence while addressing the black audience. So Nicki Minaj is not happy
I mean, like
and
once
Charlemagne the God said Newsom's done.
Oh, really?
If Charlemagne the God
that
says
would be news.
Yeah,
that would be newsworthy.
yeah, if Charlemagne the God says you're done, that's not a good thing for you.
We'll see. It's a long time.
It is.
Away.
It's a long time. People tend to forget these
People
things.
tend to forget, and Democrats get passes. One thing I know we didn't talk about. The one thing, but I'm not going a different direction. Yeah, I don't know about you two. Tonight is obviously the State of the Union. I'm done with Democrats. I am so sick of the Democrat Party being a bunch of petulant children. What are they doing? We're not going. We're going to boycott. We're going to have our own State of the Union. And that's what we're going to watch. I'm just tired of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Republicans, did we walk out? Did we have a anti-Biden? Did we not go? Was there a big contingent of Republicans that skipped the Biden State of the Union? No.
Well, I think Republicans pretty much went.
Well, they went. It's your job. You go. And, I'm just tired of it. It's like, how do you exist? What do you do to a petulant child? I would know. I don't have kids, but I've seen spoiled kids. But what I'm saying is, do you sit there and you go, okay, okay, Billy, here's your trophy. Everyone gets a trophy like I printed for Jason and then he broke it. But you sit there and
no, here's what you do. You sit in the back and you rip up the fucking speech. Years ago.
Is that your reenactment of Nancy Pelosi?
How about you like that?
Put your hag face.
You got props and everything.
I had a prop.
You need to purse your lips
You're
like
welcome.
No one's business. Yeah, I mean, I'm just tired of it. I mean, how do we, if it's like they don't get their way, so they throw a pity party, a shit fit. They sit on the floor and stamp their feet and wail like a baby until someone's going to placate them.
Well, guess what? The fire occupancy at the building will be fine because the men's hockey team will be there.
No lie, men's hockey team.
And when they aren't in there, then guess what? They're still within fire code.
So when I was in the locker room with the team,
oh my god, oh my god!
I mean, I got to tell you, they are great guys.
What a great group!
And I can't wait. Shut up and don't look at it.
We're getting to it. We're getting to it. Don't jump up too much.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
I'm saying with all these Democrats that don't want to go, fine, don't.
Fuck it. Give me your ticket.
But guess what? Your constituents need to know that you weren't there.
Yeah,
supporting what.
Because you couldn't handle it,
right.
And that's a pattern. If a Democrat doesn't like a word in speech, we need to strike that word. If they don't like a statue, they have to tear it down. If they don't like a post that you did on Facebook, they have to, lobby Facebook to remove it. It's always, but tell me again who the fascist is. I'm confused. I forget. I thought I was the fascist, yet they seem to be behaving in quite fascistic behavior. There, I'm done.
Absolutely correct.
I'm going to look at my trophy. I'm going to look at my medal and just be happy. Leave me alone.
Look at my medal.
So Fox said,
look at myself in the
Fox said Nancy also had red knees, and I said, I suppose that her husband also had a love hammer. Also had the love hammer. Don't forget the love hammer.
When is she? She's not running again. When is her last day? I mean, I know when is she out? When is her term up?
I mean, hopefully her services will be.
I don't know.
Oh shit! I didn't say that.
Got a couple more years to go.
I don't know.
I thought you were talking about her services.
Oh, her services.
Who else needs to step down is Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, I'm pretty well pissed off because I've heard. Well, I mean, shocker, but
shocker.
I read over the weekend that Mitch McConnell is standing in the way of this whatchamadoodle act, the voting one,
the Save Act.
Save Act. And
Jesus Christ, get it together.
I had a Freudian, and
I know you're excited about your medal, but
no, but I mean,
down.
Well, it's a heavy load. It's very heavy. At the end of the day, heavy is the trophy. At the end of the day, if that's true, if Mitch McConnell, just because he hates Trump, is holding up the Save Act, then why are we doing this? He's supposed to be a Republican. How long has the guy been in the Senate? And how long have the people of Kentucky sent him back there? And this is how he repays the good people of Kentucky by saying, I'm gonna be the guy that stands in the way of a vote for the Save Act, which I really believe. I don't know how you guys feel. It's one of the most important pieces of legislation I think that we can pass in my lifetime, that we try to secure this vote.
Which we have multiple stories after this that to go into talking about pieces of that.
But, well, let me just and Andrew, I want to get your I'll be interested to see your response to this. This was I'm looking at a video that was posted.
Our viewers can't see that.
I know, but I should have sent it to Kiefer, but I forgot.
Jason,
it was too late. It was too late to send it.
Jason wants to kill him right now.
It was too late to send it, but I just wanted to tell you what she said.
I want to hit end stream and just call it a day.
I know, but she says she's not going to go. She's not going to go to the State of the Union tonight because of what Trump has done to our country and our civil rights. All right, and our democracy.
Right.
So she wants to lay out all these different things that all these bad things that Trump is doing to the country. And so she says our democracy is under attack by a president who thinks he's above the law. Now,
in what way?
Well,
specific. It's kind of
that's exactly what. Then on top of that, she says he has signed legislation that will result in thousands of people in our district losing their health care and nutrition benefits.
How? What legislation?
I'm not, maybe the big beautiful bill. I mean, because he wants to cut off.
He was pulling SNAP benefits,
Medicare and Medicaid for illegal
he's tightening
aliens.
them up. I mean, my God, how many stories has she seen? The stories coming out of Minnesota and every other state. I mean, I've seen multiple states and Ohio. Here is she from Ohio? I think she.
Yeah, she's from Northeast Ohio.
Okay, well, I will tell you this: there's so much fraud and waste going on. And all we're trying to do is get a handle on it. You know, I have no problem with SNAP benefits, or what I think that's what they're called, or chips, when they say, hey, you know, I mean, do you remember going to the grocery store? I remember one time specifically, I saw a lady, she had her cart. I mean, it was loaded with food, but also with chips and Coca-Cola and stuff like that. And she pulls out her, you know, the guy told me in front, I know the guy at the checkout. He's like, yeah, she used her, they look like credit cards, but they're actually WIC cards, or they're some sort of government card. I'm like, I thought it only bought food, you know, like food, like stuff that's good for you food. That was Chantel Brown. She's probably from Cleveland, right?
11th district up in
Akron, Cleveland,
Northeast Ohio.
Okay, well, Chantel, I'm sorry that you're not going. You have that's your choice. Can I have your ticket? You know, I'll be glad to go. I'm not going to wear. My question to you two, says
she doesn't want to signal her respect for the president.
Well, okay, I've got a signal.
So she's in.
Let me ask you this. What do you think the Democrats that do go, because they all are really good at wearing outfits? What's going to be the outfit du jour tonight?
Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes they wore white.
I bet Vegas has a prop bet on it.
I wonder what it's going to be. I personally think they're all going to show up in hands-made outfits, and, you know, with the red hooded thing with the white little thing, kerchief around it, whatever it's called, the handmade. It's some outfit called Handmaid.
Yeah, the Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
I've never
red outfit. I think, you know, I'm just tired of it. This virtue signaling, this immaturity. Yet we're supposed to coexist. We're supposed to treat these people seriously. They don't ask to be treated seriously. I'm sorry, they just don't. Yet somehow we're supposed to have a functioning government with them. When they don't get their way, what do, Dan? They're not showing up. They're not participating. They're not just sitting there listening. They could boo if they want to. I could care less, but they should go.
Well, and look, the clearest example I have is Chantel Brown here. All she did was make a video, repeat a few DNC talking points,
platitudes,
and there's no substance to any. No. And this is
generalities.
Something that we have talked about on this show many times, is that these people want to argue against Trump. They want to say he's doing all these horrible things, and all we're saying is, could you please provide us an example?
No.
Could you please tell us precisely what it is you're talking about?
Angie Craig, a Democrat, said she would rather stick a fork in her eye than listen to the president. Well, guess what? I've got a lot of forks in my drawer. I'll be happy to send her a fork.
Katie Pavlich responded to that, and she said, prove it.
I mean, I'm tired. I just don't know. My point is, in life, there's always going to be instances where you don't get your way, and you have a choice. You can either flip out, throw a fit, have a meltdown, or you can adapt. You can deal with it. You can overcome it. You can be an adult and try to work around a problem. I guess what the Democrats have done is they've decided they're the party of, if we don't get our way, we're just going to throw a shit fit and damn you and damn to everybody that thinks that's bad. That's our way of dealing with it. Yet I don't understand how they don't equate the two. When you see a kid at a restaurant or a kid somewhere at a toy store, or at a Target that wants a toy, the parent says, no, we can't afford it. The kid blows up, blows a gasket, and has a meltdown. We've all seen kids have meltdowns over different things. You know, what does the good parent do versus what does the bad parent do? The good parent says, you know what? I'm going to handle this when we get home. You don't want to know. I know what my parents did. Like you unless you straighten up, we're going to have a problem when we get to the car.
Well, and even when you're an adult, though, there are certain aspects, and I don't care what your job is. I love my job being on the radio, but there are certain things that are a little bit of a chore and there are certain things that are not glamorous about the job, but certain things you have to do. When
the hours are kind of touchy sometimes.
When you were running the dry cleaner, I'm sure that there were certain aspects of the job that
Keith does stuff he doesn't want to do sometimes. Absolutely, it's part of the job.
It's what you do as an adult, and Miss Chantel Brown, you're getting paid to be a representative for the people in your district.
Right.
So you can, give you all these platitudes about how you're, acting on your conscience and you don't want to signal your respect for the president and all that crap. Well, that's fine and dandy, but God, I mean, you're getting paid to do a job. Even though you may not like it, you go there, you suck it up for a little while, and then maybe if she listened to the president's speech, she could take some notes, write down, say, you know what, I don't like this policy on closing the border. Right. I don't like this policy that has increased the take-home pay by the average person of $1,400 a year. Well, I don't like this policy that is boosting the economic output of the country. Maybe you can have some substance the next time you put out an idiotic video like that.
And with no specifics. And I'm
just saying, maybe.
My boogie didn't have any prop bets on the outfit, which sucks because I figured they would.
I'm sure they will.
I'm still looking.
Well, my other question is,
why the worst thing jabber on because we had a plan, but you derailed it.
Well, the worst thing I remember Republicans,
which I knew it would.
I'm asking you this: the worst thing I remember Republicans doing was two people. It was the one guy that shouted, what was the name? That shouted, "You lie" to Barack Obama. When he was talking about if you like your doctor, you keep your doctor, something about Obamacare.
Who was that? That was Marjorie Taylor.
That wasn't Marjorie Taylor Greene. It was a dude.
It was a guy who said you lie.
Yeah, it was Joe. I think it was Joe somebody. But then then another guy, and then Marjorie Taylor Greene said during a Biden address, say her name, and she had the poor girl that was murdered. I can't remember her name. I don't remember.
Here's some of the prop bets real quick. Speech length.
Hour and a half.
Over 70% of traders on Kalshi are betting that the speech will exceed 90 minutes with significant interest in lasting 100 plus.
All right.
Ooh, how much money can I make on that bet?
I'll find out. Key phrases and mentions. There's a high probability, greater 90% that China, Biden, America, and American more than 25 times will be mentioned.
Get my clip.
Is that 25 times each?
I think so.
No way. Biden's under that.
Okay. We'll see.
Biden's going to be maybe two,
but nothing about outfits. Bless you.
Excuse me. I knew it was coming. Go ahead. Read that.
Another one.
Nickname. Green News Scam.
Green News Scam. 66% and Sleepy Joe 32%. Are the top predicted nicknames.
I think Trump's moved on from Sleepy Joe.
I think he probably has.
Yeah. You know who else put a thing out today that they had the bingo card? You want to know what group it was? The nonpartisan group. You want to know what group that was?
League of Women Voters.
The supposedly nonpartisan. They have a little card like that, Jason. You print out and you have a little checkbox and you play speech bingo.
I like it.
Yes, they're so nonpartisan.
I'm not seeing anything about attire.
Outfits. Well, we'll see what the Democrats
normal attire that I did see before was white.
They all dress in white a lot.
They should dress in white.
They should,
but they probably won't.
I don't know. I don't give a crap what they do.
I really
prop
don't
bets though. I'm
either.
surprised there's not more prop bets out though. I'm glad you brought that up because it was intrigued to look at it.
We'll see what happens. It's tonight, 9:00. It's going to be run a little long. And I'm, look, I'm a Trump guy. I'm a Trump fan.
Well, you're waiting for Spanberger in the Democrat response, aren't you? That's what you're looking for.
Freaking socialist. She's taken that state so far to the left in such a short time. But I love what Trump does. Trump kind of bugs me at times because he's Trump. Trump everywhere. But my point is, I'm going to suffer through it because sometimes he does speak a little too long, and I don't have. After a while, I'm like, come on.
But as soon as I start getting to the point where I'm like, move it, then he says something. I'm like, funny. All right, I'm back.
So he lets you go.
All right, I'm getting another Miller Lite. We're in.
We're in. So we'll do a service for the public. We'll stay up late, watch the whole show, and that's that.
I wonder if. All right.
I am not watching the Democrat response, though. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Before we play this,
yeah, okay. You're in charge.
What do you have the actual video of Kash Patel in the locker room with the USA hockey team?
I have.
Do you have that where they're singing?
Toby
we'll
Keith's
put
song?
a boot in your
That's-
ass.
No, I don't have that one.
Oh,
Well, because if I play that, then we might.
Then we'll get
hit.
dinged. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
get dinged.
All right.
So
The
yes.
national anthem. I don't think we will get dinged with. That's why I pulled that one up. But
Now I can comment when we get to the locker room. Okay, so whatever you guys need filling in on that maybe you didn't see on.
So
the
I'm
news,
glad.
Let me know.
I am so glad. This is every time, and I know how this works.
It's just like yours.
We have a plan, and then it goes fucking this way
Sure.
and that way.
It's all right.
It's all right.
We'll get back on track. We're on track right now.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
But it doesn't. We're on our own track. It doesn't matter. what
So one of the great videos that came out over the weekend after the USA won the hockey on Sunday was Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, who, by the way, was actually in Italy, unlike
I was
This
in
guy over
Milan. Okay, so shut up.
not Milan, Italy.
Well,
And he
You
was
were
there.
in-
He was there for a reason.
You were
outside
in
the
Milan,
Olympics.
Indiana.
Was
is
he?
where you are.
Jason, was he?
Yeah, that's the reports that I read. Yes,
All right, I didn't know that.
because they were getting ready they were looking and seeing how the security over for the Olympics was
Yes.
because FIFA is going to be in Dallas.
So they were
This
getting.
summer.
So they were getting. Okay, so theoretically,
He was actually over there.
On
He
a
was
official
on
business.
business.
Okay,
He
He
was.
was
It was a
working.
business trip,
that's fine.
and so as part of that business trip, and he was meeting with representatives of other companies who were providing security at the Olympics.
Okay,
Does that not sound like something that would come under the purview of the FBI?
it totally does.
So-
I had not heard that, but that's fine.
the Democrats won't tell you that. Though.
Yeah. So
Well, I
he-
haven't heard the news say it. Right, the Democrats and the news.
So Kash Patel was there. He is a hockey enthusiast. Jesse Waters said on Fox News yesterday
Somebody was telling me about that. I haven't seen it.
that
yet.
he actually plays in a hockey league in DC.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like I don't know if it's a league or he just goes plays pickup games or whatever the case may
Probably
be.
like
But
intramural, like the softball when Scalise got shot,
yeah,
like that type
but
of
he,
shit.
but he
Intramural
plays hockey.
shit.
So he's a hockey enthusiast.
Okay,
So he's there.
gets in the locker room.
I guess he's friends with the coach, or he knows the coach. He knows some of the guys on the team. They say, "Hey, come to the locker room. We're celebrating." So he goes there, and then look at him. He's having a great time.
Having a great time.
You
Shake-
have to be under a rock if you haven't
Yeah.
seen the video.
Shaking
I didn't
the beers
pull that
around.
video.
Yeah.
We don't want to get dinged. There's some sound in the video that might get us dinged.
But dude is just having an absolute blast partying with the young guys on the hockey team, and absolutely nothing wrong with that.
no,
But of course, the left has to have a conniption.
Can I add to the
About it.
fact that they won that on the day of the 46th,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
46th anniversary
Yeah.
of the Miracle of on
Same day.
Ice.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Like
Huge
it's not just some random Olympics.
Right. And let me be fair. I watch hockey a lot. I'm not going to disparage the U.S. team. The goalie saved their bacon. They were getting,
Absolutely.
They were
Guy
getting
was out of his mind.
They were getting outplayed the entire game.
Yeah.
If you look
Yeah.
at the game, 80% of the time was in the USA end. The goalie had save upon save. The goalie kept him in the game.
Hellebuck, is that his name?
Something like Hellerbuck.
Hellebuck. Okay.
And I will say this, a miracle that they won the game, because honestly, they got outplayed. And that one save where he reached behind him with the stick and stopped the puck from going over, that should have been
Yeah,
a goal.
that
And
was-
so
Well,
guy was amazing. So it was even more emotional
the
that
Americans
they
had
came
a
back
shot.
and won the game.
They had one shot late in the third period that hit one bar, went all the way across and hit the
We're
other.
not breaking the game down,
Or-
fellas.
I'm
No,
just
but
saying.
my
that's
point
what
is
they're
we're
Get
doing.
to
trying-
the fucking point.
We're trying to show that you mentioned why they were so emotional. It was an
Right.
anniversary the exact day.
So why
And
is
also-
that guy not allowed to be in
Why
there?
is he not allowed to be in
No,
there?
he's allowed to be there.
And then I heard
But the
Democrats-
left had a fucking fit about
not only that he was in there, you know what else they were upset about? He was drinking a beer.
it. Oh, for
Now,
God's sake.
let me ask you a question, because I'm too young to remember. What did Barack Obama always want to do when there was a disagreement? I can't remember. He invited people to the White House to do what?
Drink a beer.
Have a little beer summit.
Have a beer summit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did the
So-
Democrats
and
go
Jill,
crazy?
Jill literally just I showed it up. The Obamas went in the locker room when they won the Olympics. Funny how nobody had a problem with that when back then.
Right. So, I mean, look, he's there. He had a great time. And then Trump calls there's that whole deal about that. Trump jokingly, listen, Trump.
Do you think Kash said, "Hey, I got Trump on speed dial"? Boom.
Probably. But
Hey,
Trump said, "Hey, I want to
Trumpster.
invite you. This is happening today. It's happening now. They're there. We have video of them at the White House."
Yeah.
Trump said, "Hey, I'm gonna have to invite the women too." Now, people have taken offense at that. Oh, he didn't really want. I'm sure he was going to invite both of them the whole time. He's talking to a group of guys. It's guys being guys. He's not being
having fun. They're having fun.
Misogynistic in any way, shape, or form. And, they're taking that out of context. So they're at the White House. Sadly, I do feel bad because I'll tell you this. The women played their asses off, too.
Yeah.
They kicked the shit out of everybody.
The women's team was
that
was fun to watch, man. That was
both
great
deserve
fun.
it. And the unfortunate thing is because it's the men and it's the anniversary on the day.
Right, of the men, women.
That
grabbed attention.
That's what grabbed the attention.
That's right. But here we have two of our teams, two of our national teams, kicking the shit out of Canada, their national sport. It's not like Canada has football to fall back on. They don't. It's not like they have baseball to fall back on. They don't. The only thing they have to fall back on is curling, and no one gives a shit about curling.
I like curling.
Well, you would. But, I mean, at the end of the day.
I like curling, too.
You both would. But, I mean, at the end of the day, here's the deal. This is Canada's national sport, and they were talking a lot of trash about it. Trudeau was talking a lot of smack about it. So it's a big deal. So I'm sad. I really am sad that the women's team could not figure out a way to get to the White House today, because it would have been really cool. That the men's team and the women's team are very, very close.
Yes.
They eat together. They practice a lot together.
Mm-hmm.
They see each other. They saw each other all the time. And it would have been nice to have them both there. And I'm saying that there's no misogynistic anything about it.
No, not at all. And since we jumped there, we'll jump ahead. But Jack Hughes is fucking amazing.
He is.
I love this kid. But this is from my buddy Ted Civic, who I grabbed it off his Instagram. I hadn't seen this clip yet, but maybe it'll play. Maybe not. Well, it should play. There you go.
Thought was draw the penalty. Actually, my first thought was I looked down the ice and saw my teeth. I was like here we go again.
There are whiskey drinkers and milk drinkers, and we got a lot of whiskey drinkers on this.
Yeah, baby.
Is there a moment on the ice or off that's going to stick with you forever?
Yeah, I think when Jack scored, because we felt like overtime was going to be a difference maker.
These two ordering beers left and right.
So we talked about, how we were going to defend, and
I was able.
That was like our winter bash.
The 2 weeks or whatever it was, and it was very special for me. And right across the hall with the Chucks, and they left their door open the entire 2 weeks. They never closed it.
How do you think you're going to take, this winning experience, like in this, everything you learned with this incredible group, and kind of like take that to the rest?
Take another beer.
So they're having a great time, even at the press conference.
Yeah. He lost his teeth. I mean, you understand. Look down, I see my teeth. Huh? No disrespect to any other sport, but let me ask you a question. If a football player is playing a game and loses his teeth, do you think he's coming back in the game or still playing the game realistically?
Well, it would depend on the football player.
It would depend on the football player. But
Jack
more often
Ham,
than
yes.
More often than not, a football player or basketball would be out. Hockey players, they don't even miss a shift. Guy goes back in the game, and thank God things worked out the way they did. It was amazing, blah, 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 blah.
And then comes back and puts the winner right between the pipes.
And tonight we get to watch, tonight as Americans, see Americans celebrating America. What else did they do, Jason? They go to a bar. They come back to Miami. They're in a bar in Miami. Can we play the clip of them at the bar in Miami? Because people are criticizing that.
Well, hold on. I got something else.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Jesus fuck!
I know,
literally walked you guys down this
but
path.
That was like an hour ago, and I can't remember.
To be one of the most unbelievable things in sports history. What if I told you the Jack Hughes goal was 46 years in the making?
What if I told you that Jack Hughes was cut from Team USA?
This is fucking insane. Now, Team USA wins gold on the 46th anniversary of the Miracle on Ice.
It's absolutely mind-blowing.
Everyone knows the movie Miracle. You know Miracle?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what happens in the 51st minute of Miracle?
Something absolutely fucking crazy.
Nothing to see here, just the boys practicing.
Just the boys out there getting ready for the Olympics.
Unbelievable movie.
Best movie of all time.
Now, right there, can you tell me the name that was just cut?
Did that say Jack Hughes?
Can you tell me the name on the tape of the locker being ripped off?
Jack Hughes.
How about
Who
that?
was the man who scored the game-winning goal 46 years later?
Jack Hughes.
Jack fucking Hughes. This is unbelievable. What in the Simpson shit is that?
Simpson shit is that? Look at that
What
face.
in the
Look at that
Simpson
face.
That is
shit
awesome.
of that?
Look at that face. Look at that smile.
That is awesome.
So they go. Are you ready for that video now?
Yeah, I gotta.
So they go to Miami. They spend $150,000 in champagne.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is what they do. Right? You know, they're not.
These are all NHL players,
These
so
are
they
all
all got
NHL
money.
players. So they got money. Not that. Not only that, but you know what? They have pride. What they have pride in America, rather than making some sort of social bullshit statement. And that a lot of these athletes have taken the opportunity to do. What do these guys do? Hit it.
They go balls to the wall. How great is that?
I mean, you know, but they're catching shit for this. A Democrat, a liberal looks at that and they're repulsed. Why?
How?
Because
How
they,
can that
they-
possibly be?
Because they don't like that. They say, you know, I mean, that's not good sportsmanship. I've heard it. I've seen it all.
Bullshit.
It's not good sportsmanship. Oh, this is macho. You know, what is it called? Toxic masculinity.
Oh, for God's
Blah
sake.
blah blah blah. I mean, you know, the women one. Why aren't we covering the women? Look, if the women were singing the national anthem in a bar,
The women sang out there on the podium,
they did sing on the podium.
Yeah,
but if they're
when they were
releasing
collecting their
video,
medals.
if the women were hanging out,
much like the one
You
you,
know-
have around your neck.
well, no, this one's special. And
Jill sent me something earlier, and you brought up curling earlier.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Dear Canada,"
Dear Canada, dear Canada,
and
the whole country.
she shared this to
The
me.
whole
"Dear Canada, we don't really appreciate your tone. There aren't 5 Americans alive today who understand curling, but we will learn it and we will take it away from you just to teach you a lesson."
just to fuck with you. No, but I mean,
I just got yelled at in the chats because I didn't
I
fucking
mean,
read it.
they're out there. They're singing at the
they're
top
saying
of their
they're
lungs.
patriotic. They got invited to the White House.
This could be their biggest moment in their entire fucking
Absolutely.
lives.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. I will never. Now, I'm not throwing this in anyone's face whatsoever, and please don't take it this way. I will never forget going to the White House. I will never forget that opportunity and that event. I couldn't imagine being able to go as a honored guest to the State of the Union address. That shit's pretty freaking cool. I don't care who you are. So, you know what? These guys that have, Dan said, they're mostly professional athletes. A lot of them are. If not all of them, I don't know. Maybe all. Be.
I don't know that all of them are, but yeah, I mean,
a lot of them are.
No, they all are.
They're
They're all on the NHL.
They're not
all
they're-
NHL.
They're
every one of
not.
them.
They're not hurting
Okay.
for money. They can go, you know, on a yacht. They can do anything. But
Yeah.
do you know what you can't do? You can't buy a ticket to the State of the Union. You can't buy a
Correct.
ticket into the White House. You can't buy a ticket to go get greeted by the President of the United States in the Oval Office. This is an event that will last them. They will remember this the rest of their lives. And something else I want to say.
And they flew on the vice president's plane there
They
today.
did. And
How
something
cool is that?
Very cool. And something else I want to say now that I'm on a rant is, you know, I was watching a video of a Pee Wee hockey game, and it brought back a lot of memories because I played Pee Wee hockey. And in the middle of the game, they stopped. There was a face-off. They stopped because they announced that the USA won. And you know what the kids did? Both teams stopped the game, started jumping up and down and celebrating together. These kids are going to remember
They're
this.
smacking their sticks on the
smacking
ice,
sticks.
USA.
They're going to
USA.
remember this, that these people won. And these guys remember what happened 46 years ago. A lot of them, which they weren't there for that because they're much younger. They're younger, but they know what happened. That's going to bring up a whole another crop of people interested in this, and this is a great event.
Well,
it's
a lot
of
of these guys remember seeing the movie. Their
Correct.
parents remember. But yeah,
the parents
just
remember.
to clarify,
No,
I don't want somebody to come in here and blast you.
Well, but
some
stupid commenter.
Yeah.
But I mean, my point is this
We may or may not know.
this event is going to make a whole other group of kids come up remembering this. And whether they go on to be on the USA team or they go on to play professional hockey or whatever else, this is a big deal. And for women too. The
Hughes family has 3 generations of Olympians.
It's cool. So I mean, hey, enjoy it. Why would you disparage this? What's there to frickin' get your bunched in a wad about this? I mean, I just don't understand it. Why can't Democrats be happy?
You talked to Trump on the telephone and said you'd go. You son of a bitch.
Give me a fucking break.
So can we, before we get off of this, can we go back to the Landsman video? I want to show everyone.
Let's hit our sponsor real quick.
All right, let's do that.
That's all right with you.
All right.
I had yours queued up second.
I know.
Story.
Well, we were leading up to it, and then you just jumped right ahead. So that's okay.
I did. Yeah. Neat.
Yeah. It's your fault. Hi, everyone. Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor for the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. It's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook, and you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who is a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made.
American like the hockey team. American like the USA hockey team, like the female men and women's hockey team.
But imagine being so petty and bitter.
I trained a long time for this. Go ahead.
That the first thing you do after the Americans win is find out. Well, that's what our congressman, your buddy Greg Landsman,
not my buddy.
This is look at the video. Watch the video he posted talking about Kash Patel. Here we go.
Here's the video of the FBI director Kash Patel this weekend. This is the chief law enforcement officer for the United States government, which means, 1, he's clearly not focused on fighting crime. 2, he is using your taxpayer dollars to do this kind of stuff. These guys think that government is there for them, for their entertainment, their enrichment.
Oh, really?
And they don't appreciate the fact that it's for us. They are supposed to serve us. Kash Patel should never have had this job. He shouldn't keep the job. We need somebody who's entirely focused on fighting crime in the director spot of the FBI. Here's the video of.
So there's the jerk.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
There's the idiot Greg Landsman.
Wait.
Who says Kash Patel
because there for
he
his enrichment? Well, let me ask you a question. Do you remember not too long ago there was a story about Greg Landsman and some of his stock trades that aroused
absolutely
suspicion?
And
do you remember how much money that he made?
He fell right into the same bucket as Dan Crenshaw.
Do you remember that Greg Landsman? Wasn't he involved in what was that gang called? I can't remember the gang that he
in Cincinnati. That was called the Gang of Five.
And Greg Landsman has some really big balls to be sitting there saying anything about people that are, I don't know, enriching themselves.
Yeah, let's go to that still picture I wanted to bring up here. Put this up. Hey, Greg Landsman, is this you? Is this you with the next to one of the big time Democrat donors, one of the all-time chiselers, and one of the all-time haters of America? Oh, look, there's Greg Landsman with whose son might that be? that he's standing next to?
Would that be Mr.
That's the son of George Soros. Yeah.
I'm sure he's not getting
Yeah,
money
look at
from
Greg Landsman.
I'm sure he's. Wait a second. That's Kelly.
Is that Mark Kelly?
That's Mark.
Yeah,
Kelly.
Okay, it's Mark Kelly. Well, okay, my bad. That's my bad.
Go back to the bigger picture.
Yeah, I think Landsman's
one of
those.
Let's see here if we can find old Landsy.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I'm sure that he's probably been with.
But
him.
all these people are of the same mind as Greg. That's my bad. That's my bad. I thought that was Landsman.
Glasses on. But anyway, listen. Let me tell you something. Greg Landsman has some giant balls because Greg Landsman sits there. I mean, Kash Patel's already come out and said, "Hey, listen, anything that is, that is, I'm not doing this on the government's money. If he was there for business, okay, that's fine. He was already in Italy, but he said any other incidental expenses that aren't related to this, I'm paying for. So, I mean, what is the problem? I mean, again, stealing joy. You just want to be a shithead. And Landsman, you've got some giant balls, buddy, because I got to tell you, it wasn't long ago. It was a few months ago. We had the story about how you're being investigated for some of your stock trades that seem to be quite questionable on the timing regarding maybe inside knowledge. Okay. So, dude, stay in your lane. Right now, you're way out of your lane. And I realize you're trying to climb the ladder. Remember where you came from. You said disgusting things in comments about my buddy Christopher Smitherman with the Gang of Five. You were involved in that up to your eyeballs, and how you didn't get tied up in that, I have no idea to this day. But I guess
him and that other punk. What was that guy's name? God, I can't even think of his name now. I don't even want to.
Seelbach?
Yeah, Steelbach.
How did I know who you were thinking about?
Yeah, what a jerk! What an absolute jerk!
For the audio listeners, for the picture we have up currently. All right, so top left we got Schumer, Walls,
Tim,
Kamala,
Barack, Jasmine,
is that Schiff?
Jasmine, Pelosi.
Yeah, that's Adam Schiff.
Hiawatha,
Biden,
Pocahontas.
Is that Buttigieg? Buttigieg.
I think that's butt plug.
You got Hakeem.
Elizabeth Warren, bottom right. Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah.
Warnock there in the bottom left.
Weird how that same guy is in all of the same pictures.
Yeah. Guy is.
There was a tweet that came out across my social media today, and it was directed at people like Greg Landsman. And it wrote, it reads, I should say, if you're a man and you got triggered by the Kash Patel drinking a beer in the celebration with the USA hockey team, immediately move to Minnesota so you can get free tampons in the men's restroom.
Well, Greg, you should move out of Mount Washington and move straight to Minnesota. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Greg Landsman's over on his, and let me tell you something. I've noticed something about Landsman recently. He puts video out. I mean, he's given Jasmine Crockett or even AOC a run for their money. He puts videos out constantly.
Yeah,
and
not doing himself any favors.
You're not doing yourself any favors, but whatever. I hope we have a good, we have two good guys that are going to be our challengers in the primary, and I hope they give you a run for your money for your seat. I hope you don't get too used to being in DC. But we'll see.
We got to play.
Should we play the Don Lemon one too?
Yeah, we'll play that one.
Yeah, Don Lemon did the same thing as Landsman.
It's not Don Lemon. It's Don Lemon. Okay? Say it right.
Well, that's what Tucker Carlson used to call.
Well, Tucker's gone weird.
Yes, he has.
He's gone really weird.
I used to hear that growing up. People were like not used to things, like not used to being in certain places or in the presence of certain people, just not used to having things. That's what this administration is about. And specifically, I'm talking about Kash Patel, who's over in Italy partying with the hockey players who won, and they're celebrating. What the head of the FBI do? Why are you even there? And most likely on taxpayer dollars. Well, yes, of course, on taxpayer dollars. Probably on the plane, which he has been in trouble for, which he has been scrutinized for.
So he wasn't in trouble.
This administration is so tacky. I know that Donald Trump, they say he's a wealthy man or whatever. He's made billions off of the presidency. But him too.
That's a lie.
His name is on everything, including his plane, all the gold shit, how tacky the White House looks, and the Oval Office with all that gold shit. Like you people have no class. It's just gross.
Okay.
And the sad thing is that we are paying for it as tax dollars.
That's not true. It's not true. Trump's done all that on his own dime, buddy. Get your facts right.
Like, you have no class. You're trashy. It's disgusting. And the sad irony, I guess you can call it irony, is that we are paying for these low class.
Don't you have a court case coming up?
You come up with a word for it. Like, get over it. Kash Patel, just take some pictures, go over there. You can pay for it yourself. And just have some class.
How about we talk about, and we don't need to talk. I'm just bringing it up in the fact that
I'm not going to go off on the guy.
no, you have a court case for one.
Yeah, you have a court
Two,
case.
you're a fucking low budget fucking journalist now, is in quotes,
Journalist in quotes, very good.
big quotes
Big
that you're
air
a journalist.
quotes, yeah.
But you got fucking fired, bro.
Yeah.
And now you're all bullshit.
Yeah.
And you want to play these fucking games.
Well, I mean, look, I can understand you being unhappy that you could say, look, I don't think you should.
You went into a church. You want to talk about
into
class?
a church and you interrupted a church.
You want to
service.
talk about class? Fuck off.
Yeah. And
is that a classy move?
No.
To go and interrupt the service?
The most sacred of places that you shouldn't go to rather than a locker room? Look,
and then try to capitalize on
Was it okay? I mean, I don't listen. I saw.
I go into a
there.
church and they're like, "Yeah, you're not classy. Get the fuck out." And that's what I do.
I was like, okay, he's there. He's having fun. Big deal. I mean, big deal. If he's there on official
He's allowed
business,
to have downtime.
He's allowed to have a life. Now, you want to be critical of Kash Patel? I've heard that, because he cannot fly coach and he has to fly a private jet because of security, right?
It's a rule.
It's a rule that he has a girlfriend that lives out of town, something like that. And he has to fly quite a bit on weekends or whatever and see his girlfriend. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, that's might be a bit much, but again, that's part of the gig. And I'm okay with that. But if people want to criticize that, we're spending money flying him around on weekends because, whatever, he's not married. I mean, maybe people don't realize that he's dating somebody. That's fine. He gets to have a life too. Just as long as he does the job. But these same people,
and I feel like he has been.
I think he has.
A lot of Dems don't think so, but obviously that's going to be the way it is
because he's a Republican.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, rent or replace. There you go, Tyler. I mean, but at the end of the day, him having this attitude. I mean, give me a break. I mean, Don, stay in your lane, buddy.
He's irrelevant at this point.
Totally irrelevant.
The only reason he's relevant is because he went to Minnesota. And he did it on purpose.
Oh yeah, and
to make himself relevant again.
Right, and he's not, because hopefully it's going to bite him in the ass, and hopefully a jury will find him guilty. And
because before Nick Shirley fucking went up to Minnesota, Nick Shirley, I'm not saying caused this. He brought it to light.
Yes.
So make sure you understand the words I'm saying. He brought the shit to light, which brought all the shit in Minnesota up. Don Lemon was like, ooh, there's an opportunity. And he went because he has been off of any network.
Oh, God. You say he's all he does is sue people that he gets fired from.
Yeah.
That's it. Claims racism
so it's like,
or whatever else.
So now, I mean, we showed the video, and I didn't want to show that video because I fucking can't stand that guy. But I love the fact that, you know what? It just shows how big of a petty piece of shit you are.
One final thing I'll say about this whole Olympic crap is I hope that the women, when they see how cool it is that the guys, Dan's watching it now, that they're in the Oval Office. Here Trump's putting on, I think that's Kachuk's gold medal. I hope
God, it looks just like yours. Looks dead on yours.
Mine's shinier.
Can I touch it?
No, you can't. And stop asking me that. You asked me that last night, and it was inappropriate. I'll say this. I hope the women rethink, because I hope the invitation's an open one, and I hope the women's team has the opportunity to experience this, because
they're claiming scheduling issues.
That's fine,
and hopefully that's what
I hope they figure out a schedule where they can go there. Yes,
you got to be all on the same schedule.
It's a beautiful day at the White House.
It's a beautiful day on the White House. The guys look great in their sweaters with their white pants. But I mean, hey man, go there, experience it. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Take advantage of it, because it's not going to last forever. It's not going to last forever. The Olympics are so fleeting. In a few short years, no one's going to remember. Other than me walking around with my medal in 2 years, no one.
or every day.
I mean, no one's going to remember that you were an Olympic hockey player. Sadly, I hate to say that,
right?
But
you're correct.
It's fleeting. Take advantage of it. Parlay it. Use it. Anyway, whatever. There's the 2 bits. So tonight we have the 9:00. State of the Union. What do you guys giddy about it? What are you looking forward to?
I wonder if Trump's going to walk in with that gold medal around his neck.
That would be so bad.
Wouldn't that be so cool?
That would be amazing.
That would be.
He told this guy, he said, "I'm not giving it back."
I know.
I'm the commander in chief. What are you going to do?
That is awesome.
I can loan him mine.
That is unbelievable.
No, I'm going to watch
That
it.
would be such a great troll, man.
I don't know where my mind is with it because there's so much shit going on. He's obviously, I know he's going to hit the Venezuela shit and talk about that, that part. He's going to talk about Mexico, what's happening.
Yeah.
And the economy. I don't know where I feel, but I'm going to watch it, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow night with James and Candace.
Oh, the two dudes and what is that show?
Two
about?
dicks and a chick.
That's it.
Two dicks and a chick.
Two dicks and a chick.
But us three are going back live Friday at 5.
As long as I'm in town.
Well, it's already in the book, so
Well,
it's
just
you if
telling
you decide to
might
leave,
have
then you
remote
decide
in.
to
It's
leave.
not that I have to, but duty might call.
And then Joe and I are going to be doing
White
another
House.
Kiefer than therapy. At some point, we're just trying to pencil in like what time is good for everything else that's going on. But that'll be coming out too. And I'm sure her and I we don't talk a bunch of politics, but I'm sure there will be some things that will come out of that we will discuss.
Well, keep a notepad by your TV tonight and jot down some things that he mentions that we want to talk about. And it's. I just hope it doesn't go too long.
State of the Union is a big deal, though.
It is.
I think as you get older, it's a big deal. You should watch it.
The one thing that bugs me a little
as a
bit,
kid, you're like, fuck.
The endless applause, like when he's like, and I do this, and then everyone stands up, and they're and then one side sits down, the other side stands up, and then they're like, okay, another applause line. Like, come on, let's move it along here. Let's move it along. Come on.
It's the pleasantries. It's the whole pop and circumstance of what it is.
It is a cool event, and I hope that I can't wait to see the comments from the hockey players. Let's see what the fallout is. I want to see what the fallout is to the hockey players from the left. I want to see how much hate is focused on them for going there, participating, giving Trump, what he wants is a moment in the sun, letting their credence to it. And I want to see how the left just completely flips out over this. Because I think that if you ask, John Q. Public American, he's like, yeah, that's cool. That's badass, right?
As they should,
because they're proud of this country. I think that if you ask most Americans, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm naive. I mean, I've seen a lot of people in Anderson Township that drive me crazy, but a lot of people like to be proud of their country. It's not a bad thing.
Throw that in. They won Sunday.
Yeah.
Partied Sunday night, Monday
night, and here they are Tuesday night.
They have to be back to work Wednesday.
Their big games scheduled.
Yeah. So
I feel bad for the guys. Not bad. That's not the right word. I'm a little bit apprehensive about the players that have to go back and play for a Canadian team. I think Hellerbuck is a Canadian goalie, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're welcome back because Canada takes this shit very seriously. Very seriously.
I had a Canadian ride in a van.
Oh, you did? Well, he wasn't watching the game on the way up, was he? On the way up?
No, on the way. No, on the way down, he was watching, and we all turned around when he they won.
He was looking out the window. He was gone.
He was like,
God damn it.
He was like, no, they got it. They got it. And we busted his balls the rest of the way back.
So the fallout, like I said, I think the fallout.
He's our buddy Ian. We love him.
I'm going to think the fallout from the left hating on this and how it plays with the American public. Because remember, we got primary coming up here in May, and then we got the general or midterm elections shortly thereafter in November. So, it sounds like a long way away, but I'm telling you, it's going to be here before you know it.
The fact, yeah. And it hurts. It hurts to see all the shit.
Tell Alex.
What?
It's going to be here before you know it.
No, it'll be here for you.
It hurts. It hurts to see some of the shit on social media to where you can't band together when.
Yeah, why just celebrate it?
We get gold. We have gold medals.
I mean, if Biden was president,
both big gold medals,
right.
women and
men.
But then all the other medals,
all the other sports. If Biden was president and this was going on, I'd be happy. I wouldn't be like, oh, look at Biden.
No, the Olympics happened under presidents that I didn't like.
That's right.
I celebrated if there was an American gold medal in a big event. I mean, it was. I don't know what the problem is.
Now, I'd like to say that, I want to start pimping this a little bit. Obviously we have a long time, not a long time, but we'll have a little bit of time before the May primaries. But two of us sitting at this table will be on the ballot this May. Dan, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Two of us will be on the ballot this May. Jason is going to be running for precinct executive here in his precinct. And I obviously am running again for my precinct executive spot for the Hamilton County Republican Party.
Congratulations. I'm
You're
honored.
sitting
I'm
in
honored to be
greatness.
sitting here
Yes.
between the two of you.
Yeah.
Well, you signed my petition, so
Yeah,
you
so
should have remembered
you
that.
should have remembered that.
Well, I didn't know that meant you were going to get to be on the ballot.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
name will
All
be
right.
on the ballot.
Very good. I didn't sign one for you.
I didn't ask you to.
Okay.
There you go.
He told his wife, "Hey, just sign my name for me." I'm
Sign
like,
my-
"No, I'll wait till he gets out of the shower because I want it to be legit."
God, when did you go over there?
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
It's none of your business.
Did he ask to touch it?
Well, he was like, "Hey, Keeper, I need my back washed." I was like, "All right, you know what's cool?
Again?
Hey,
Can you hand me the loofah, please?
Oh, to be a loofah. Oh, to be a
we'll see you Friday at 5:00. Hey guys, we appreciate you. We love you, and